that we offer this song. And let me tell you a little about the song we will honor Manny with. This is a Lakota song. It's an eagle calling song, so listen to the words Wambli Gleshka, that means spotted eagle in Lakota. And I apologize for any Lakota speakers for my poor Lakota accent. This was gifted to me by my brother, my adopted brother, from the Mandan Hidatsu people. He went to Sundance for 3 years before this song was gifted to him. And then he gifted it to me as an adoption song. And so we offer this to Manny, our brother, as adopting into our circle. So I'll have, Roger will give us the heartbeat of the people. That's what the drum does, is it gives us that heartbeat. And again, I'll do my best to, my best Lakota to sing the song, and then we'll end the song with the flute. And I know this is a little bit out of the agenda order, but I just felt it was best. Roger and I are going to honor our brother with a blanket. So it's a warrior circle blanket. And so that's why it's from our community. It's from all the people who have benefited from Manny and his ways of teaching, mentoring. Try to find the way that's up. Like that. And again, it's reversible too, but this is sort of the front side, and the back side has the opposite colors. But that's the circle.
And come back anytime.
Yes. And the hand, the spirit hands going in the 4 directions. The reason you had the eagle song 4 times, that was the 4 directions, calling the eagles from all 4 directions to come. His spirit, take him on his next journey, but don't always take him back. So when we go on a journey, that's the circle, we always come back. So that's our circle from our warrior brother here. And I will blanket him. There's many different customs. I was taught by the people of the Siletz over in Oregon how to blanket, and so we will wrap it around your arms. So we'll come down like this. You could just turn here. We're going to actually wrap it around, and then you wear it. We've got a couple more coming, so it's okay that you take it off. But this is this wrapping is a signification of family, of love, that our warmth, that what you've given to us will always surround you, and that our spirit will always be with you and surround you wherever you go, and that we are family from. We've always been family, but we certainly are more family from this day forward. So we honor you, Manny. There's many words. There's emeritus, there's doctor, there's this. In our language, in our way of thinking of natives, the word brother is the strongest. And from my wife's culture, from Thailand, the word Ajahn, a teacher of teachers. That's what you are Ajahn Manny, teacher of teachers.
Brother. Thank you.
My brother here would like to say some words.
Of course, for all of us too, this is also a very emotional time too, because we feel like we're losing a brother, but at the same time, we're never losing that person. And in my language, we don't ever say goodbye, but we say Pamamina. It means we will see you again or the next time. And we know that this will always be a returning relationship. And Manny has reached that age of elder, at least in our way of community, and so we see him as this age of now. So appreciate that, brother.
Brothers, thank you very much. Thank you for our sisterhood and brotherhood that we've developed as Native colleagues, as colleagues of SCC, as artichokes. You know, I used to love that our name, because it would always come up when we were battling against the Washington football team. I was like, why can't everybody be like Scottsdale Community College and have their name after a plant? A gift from the Creator, right? Or like, what do they used to say? We can grill them, we can boil them, we can fry them, we can heat them, we can eat them, but we can't beat them. I think it was something like that. Go artichokes. You know, and like with the cedar, right? It's a gift from the Creator. So, you know, I don't know what to say, but I look at all of you up on the screen and just want to say, tawa, which is thank you in my language as well. For I can remember each and every one of you lending some support and help through the years. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. You know, the entire campus in my 25 years has been something that I'll always cherish and never forget. You know, I never had a problem. Well, I shouldn't say never. Probably 90% of the time, I didn't mind coming to work in artichoke land. There were those times that were difficult, but we always overcame them. You know, and always the support, especially of this circle of my family here, that has been so instrumental in my development as a humble human being. And I really appreciate the song. It's tough to not get emotional. The natural gifts from my sister. I have many brothers and sisters in the Northwest, And I know these are delicacies that are traditional, and you know, my work on the environment, one of our major concerns, right, is our food security and our food sovereignty as Native people, as it's threatened, you know, by many forms of development that have impacted our natural world, you know, not just in Indian country, but I think as we look forward into the future, and as I always tell my students, you know, that the rights of Mother Earth are extremely important to each and every one of us as human beings. We live in the Sonoran Desert, you know, and we have to give thanks to the Creator for allowing us to live here. And most importantly, our autumn, our oatmeal, autumn, Peepash, Tohono Autumn, the Yavapai Apache Nation of Fort McDowell, the Akchin Native community, and the Peepash people down there that have allowed us to live and exist on their traditional lands and territories. This whole country was once native land. And as I tell my students, you know, don't ever let them forget that. That Turtle Island, as we call it, right? You know, we're willing as Native people to allow, you know, all these populations from all over the world to come and live on our traditional lands and territories. So, you know, in our presence as human beings, we have to acknowledge the earth. And if I want to leave anything here on this campus, you know, it's the presence of our traditional based knowledge that emphasizes protecting the inherent rights of our Mother Earth. We have to speak on her behalf, right? Protect her water, protect the air we breathe, protect the plant life. Our brothers and sisters with 4 legs that have wings, that live in the water, you know, acknowledge them as your relatives, as we were taught. And as I heard in the Lakota words of that song that Michael sang, and Roger kept the heartbeat, I want to leave these items with stepping all over my blanket. Gotta be a little taller. Anyway, this sage here, I want to leave in the cultural center and let all my colleagues know that anytime they need help, there's that circle out front, right, where we can burn and acknowledge and smudge our existence in our connection with the Creator. This sage comes from the Lakota people. It comes from green grass on the Cheyenne River Nation of South Dakota, the Miniconjou people. It comes from a place called Greengrass, where the first traditional pipe was given to the Lakota people by the White Buffalo Calf women. It is kept by the original pipe keeper, Arvo Looking Horse. And a few years ago, I accompanied one of my closest friends who danced at the Sundance. And we were given this sage. And all these years I've kept it. And I said, this is gonna end up in a special place. And I want to leave this with all of you. I'll present it to my sister Anna. And also, as we acknowledge our connection with the earth, we also pray with sweetgrass. and as Tia said, with our sacred cedar, with tobacco that we use as our spiritual connection to the spirit world. So with that, I'd like to, again, burn the sage, burn the sweetgrass, acknowledge our existence as humble human beings in asking the Creator for help whenever we need it. And that goes for anybody on campus. You know, you could come and ask Anna, let me burn some of that sage. As Native people, we welcome all of you to do that. Tawa, here's the sweetgrass. Aye. And lastly, for one of the shelves, I still have one that one of my aunts is making at Acoma, a pot for the ICC. But I'd like to leave this, we call it a spoon, and it means a water canteen, which as agriculturalists, this Pueblo people, Aku Meshano, Acoma people, when we go to the field to work, we'd fill these jugs and hang them on a tree or hang them on a fence post with water, so that when we got thirsty, we replenished ourselves as we were doing our agricultural work out in the fields. Right? So these spoons are mainly given to males, right, in their work in our connection to the earth, the land that nurtures us, that nourishes us, particularly corn, right? As we acknowledge ourselves as human beings back home, I being Usha Chano, Yakaku Banish Hano, Aku Mesh Hano. Hano means people, and I am of the Sun Clan people on my maternal side, my mother's side, and I am Yakaku Banish Hano on my paternal side, my father's side, which is Red Corn. So I am Sun Clan and Red Corn Clan from Acoma, Pueblo. And Google it, right? You'll see one of the most beautiful places in the world, right? At Acoma, Pueblo. And if you're from Scottsdale, I'm gonna make you politically correct. It's not Acoma. It's Acoma, right? And I invite you, right? Our feast day is September 2nd at Acoma. You're all invited every year. And I think with COVID restrictions, we actually may have a feast. And you're always welcome to what has been distinguished as the oldest continuous inhabited village in North America.
Yes.
So my people have been on Mother Earth long, thousands of years in that particular place in what we call New Mexico today. So in closing, I'd just like to say to each and every one of you up on the screen, in the room, my family, my brothers and sisters. Will just showed up. Hey, Will. And it's good to see all of you. I see a couple of my students up there. I'll never forget you guys.
Hi.
With that, I will say Tawa one more time. Thank you to all of you, all you artichokes, all you Autumn, Peepash, Dene, Anishinaabe, people that are in the room, my brothers and sisters. And don't worry, you won't get rid of me that easy, right? The other old saying, right? Once an artichoke, always an artichoke. See you all later.
Actually, we're just getting started.
Bye.